What's going on, guys? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those kids replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications with these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So the other day, somebody was like, "You saw Sphinx has a new fragrance?" I said, yeah, Muhammad will put it in my mailbox at some point. It was in my mailbox today. So I said, well, what the hell? I guess we're doing a live stream. I got the time. Why not? Something I want to show. So some of you saw my comment to Cajun Elixir 985. Super happier than the pig and shit, and I'll show you guys in a while. Something I've been looking for years. It turns out it was under my nose the whole freaking time. I got a blast from the past for you, sir. But as far as what we're wearing today from this morning's video, Barbados XX Intense, fruity, coffee, a little spicy, very much polo red, intense and extremes DNA with John Barbados, Nick Jonas, Crimson, a little bit of regular John Barbados without the plum. It's good. It smells really good, actually. It's even a touch powdery. I do like that it's a touch powdery, and it's the coolest looking bottle. That red cracked paint look to it. Regardless, I mean, that nothing wrong with it. It's noisy. But yet another solid flanker in the John Barbados line. You know, they do good. What can I say? I paid like $40-ish for this 75 ml. Solid. I like it. So, and then tonight, from this morning's video, I'm gonna wear Impact Together. Then tomorrow, Kate Alphason Untamed. So 3 of the 6 from this morning are in the next 24 hours. So I don't know what the notes are supposed to be. It's listed under men's fragrances because I went to the site to grab the bottle picture for the thumbnail. I haven't opened it beyond this. I didn't read anything on it. I don't want to know. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. And if it falls in between, I'll tell you why I feel it falls in between, as per usual. So I don't know. And got a little H2O. No caffeine today. I mean, I've had caffeine today, but no caffeine for the stream. Just a little blueberry crystal light and some H2O. Got to hydrate. Got to flush the fluids as we're beginning the drying out process. We're officially 24 days out from the first show, which I got a blast from the past for Cajun Elixir 985. For those, none of you know, but I've been friends with this man since 4th grade. So I just don't say his name on camera. I don't want nobody bothering my guy. But grew up in the gym together, sleepovers, Tommy Hilfiger nutcases in the 90s, the whole Nike soccer shorts, all the phases as kids we went through together. But with that said, oh, do I have a blast from the past for you. So I've been looking for some photos, right? And I could have swore my mom had them. Turns out my wife made a photo album years ago and totally forgot, and they've been under my nose the whole time. Backyard posing shots in 87. I was 2. Mr. Renaissance 1987 pictures on stage. Gulf Coast Classic 87 on stage, and Gulf States 2001 at HL's Auditorium. Remember that show? Yep. I got all the photos. So any of you that were wondering, this is who I'm competing against all the time. That's my dad in 2001 on stage in his last show. Oh, come on, focus. Hitting the delt pose with a little quad action. Oh, come on. Don't lose focus on me like that. There we go. Ah, you son of a bitch. Damn it. That's a hard to see side chest, but we got the front double bicep and everything. I was not the one taking these pictures. My stepmom was, which a lot of them are like in the middle of going to hit a pose, so that sucks. But these were 3 personal favorites that I just snagged on my phone that I'm going to use for comparison's sake. But there we go. Now it's focused. So, yep, that was Dad in 01. I was 16. That was his last show. He won Masters over 40. He took 2nd in Open, and he won the 20-year anniversary of 2001 Mr. Homa. We were in Homa. So, how you like that blast from the past? Because the person I'm speaking to, Cajun Elixir 985, was very active gym goer. That was our teenage years when we were heavy into the gym. You know, knew my dad very well. So, yeah, so excited to have these finally. I know a lot of you don't care, and I don't care who of you don't care. I'm so motherfucking happy. This made my day. We got random shots from on stage in the 80s. I'm just, That's in the backyard in 87. I wonder if the photo of me running by when he was hitting the pose is in there, because I was in the backyard when he was doing those. Just, this is all back in the late 80s. And then if we skip ahead a little bit, that's 2001. So we got Mr. Renaissance and all that stuff was in there from 87. Yeah, there's some shots from Mr. Renaissance. And just, I'm so fucking happy. I know this isn't what this stream is about, but Heidi just hit me with this a little while ago. Just randomly was like, you're not going to believe what I found. So, yeah. Some back shots and stuff like that. Just Jesus Christ. God, these pictures are so freaking old. Anybody want to see me with hair? I was, I don't know, 15, 16 during that. Yeah, some old ass pictures. Pictures of me and Kay for homecoming. Back when I had spiked gel hair. Remember the spiked gel hair? That's many moons ago, decades ago. So I'm so behind in the chat. It's not even funny. But I was just so excited and wanted to share. And even if not a single one of you gave a shit besides my childhood friend who's in this chat, I wanted to show. I could have privately, we talked off camera. I could have privately shown him, but I was like, what the hell? I'll show it here because some of you in the chat know I've been looking for those pictures for years now. I had to call my mom. I told Heidi, I was like, I put the photo album down. I started calling my mom. She's like, what are you doing? I said, we owe my mother an apology for thinking she lost them damn pictures. So Mango-nificent is some good stuff. That is for sure. LeBeau EDT, you can't go wrong there. And Kajal 3. Beautiful Lemonade, Ginger and Broxton, Spice, Smooth Operator, my guy, Blue Sapphire, but Bodicia. Flexing some expensive shit here today. Oh, okay. Dan, not the man. Good to see you, sir. Bois Imperial. Mr. Joel's Matrix. Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Just bought lately Oman Luxury Voyage. I haven't tried that one. Scented Paradise. Good to see you, my guy. Inferno Veil. Man, I'm blown away. That's amazing stuff. Here's the note breakdown. So here we go. Smoky Citrus Spiced Bergamot. That starts off great. Just the sound of that sounds good, right? Deep Lavender, Powdery Iris, Smoky Woods. Very descriptive, right? Very dramatic it's not him saying it. I'm sure that's how it's listed. Like it's a dramatic listing. Musky Vanilla, Resinous Woods. Vibe is dark, mysterious, seductive. That does sound good. Mr. M.A. Styles wearing light blue O Intense. I will be pulling the trigger on that one a time or two this summer myself. John, good to see you, sir. Ogivray, beautiful citrus. This is probably going to be one of the last weeks of me wearing slightly heavier stuff that I would typically wear in, cooler spring and fall and all that. So I want to get some wearings in on stuff like this because here real soon we'll be full effect with the freshies and the tropical stuff and the coconut fragrances and the mango and all that good stuff. Okay, let me skip on down. Juan, good to see you, sir. Hugo Man Extreme. I haven't worn that in a long time. Good to see you, sir. Ogivray and Desir Toxic. EGE, beautiful soapy aldehydic fragrance. Beautiful stuff. Prodalome Water Splash. I got a decant of that thanks to Randy. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let them know. Attended the Florida Police Memorial Service in Tallahassee today, honoring those who died in the line of duty this past year. Since the day was Costa Azura EDT. You mean EDP? Because the EDT is Costa Azura Aqua. You probably mean the signature line bottle. That's EDP. Any of them are great, though. I mean, anyway, classy citrus and woods with the palm tree emoji. That's awesome that you attended that. I bet it was a great memorial service. So I'm going to skip down a little bit. Grease Charnel, great choice, my man. I'm going to skip down a bit because I know I'm way behind with all my giddy excitement of those, finding those pictures of my dad. Oud Blue Notes, one of the best spring fragrances. Beautiful, creamy, fruity, iris violet combo. Xerjoff Kobe, never tried that one. Barouge Mysterious is good stuff, though. Doctoring a sore eye, but smelling great. Coconut Lagoon, hell yeah, you are. And there's my guy. Hot day in South Louisiana. Wearing his Soul Blue. One of the only 10 out of 10s I've ever given. Good stuff. So good to see you, sir. Electimus Trajan. Basically a more citrus dominant and more oak moss forward dry down to Baccarat Rouge 540. Miss Saga, good to see you. Burberry Goddess. Roy, good to see you, sir. Torino 22. So Kix Griffey, my guy, I see you. I'm going to have to skip on down, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there little by little. We're starting to dry out a bit more. So I'm assuming some of you saw my little update for 24 days out. Yeah, the more and more the loose skin bothers me every day. Been doing the math on the Corvette note and everything like we talk about. I'm probably not going to get a Corvette next year. I'm more, instead of a down payment on a Corvette, I'd rather have the loose skin surgery next year, honestly. Because until I do it, it's going to drive me nuts. So I'm just going to do the loose skin surgery next off season. But yeah, I appreciate you, my man. Those of you that didn't see the update, that was all pumped up and forcing the veins out, and then abs were popping real good today. So I appreciate that. Thank you, man. I live this stuff. Luis, good to see you, sir. Making Sense Juicy Maximus, one of the best fruity fragrances to exist. End of story. City Rhythm Miami, beautiful fragrance as well. Yeah, that stuff's so good. You can't order a full bottle within 5 minutes. Welcome to my world. I was blown away the first time I smelled it on Justin. I agree. I'm glad you like it, my man. Mr. Polo and Jays, good to see you, Marcus. It is really, really bad. Nothing like I expected. It smells like cow shit and rotten wood combined. Sample first, don't blind buy. Well, I'm still going to blind buy, but I'm going in with low expectation because I was worried it wasn't going to smell like cool water. Legend EP is great. Yeah, for sure. Especially around Body Elite West. That was the gym we grew up in. For those of you who didn't know, that was I always tell you about my first job when I was 15. That's that tattoo right there. It was a family. We were a crew. We did everything together. Go to Ricky's fights, work security for concerts. We did all kinds of shit. Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm glad you were here. That's why I was like, I'm showing this on camera. Because I could have just hit you. I probably would have hit you up after, like, dude, guess what I found? Because I've been looking for them. Yeah, I can't hide the excitement. I'm so fucking happy that Heidi found them. I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all. I've been looking for them. It's like, God, I know they're somewhere. Like literally for like 5 or 6 years, I've been looking for them. And then once I started competing, it's like I really want them. I want to do like a little tribute thing and also to do a comparison side by side because I hit these same poses. I love doing that delt pose. Because I'm finally bigger. I'm bigger and leaner than he was, but I got all the loose skin. I was also more overweight at one point than he was. He'd been overweight before when he stopped bodybuilding for years and years, but he didn't have the loose skin like I do when he got lean again to compete because he went back to bodybuilding. He bodybuilded. He was competitive in the 80s, got away from it in the 90s, and went back to it late 90s, early 2000s while he was still alive. Thank you guys for letting me share that with you. That means y'all have no idea. Like the excitement's one thing, but you truly don't understand how much it means to me that these have been found. I'm so excited. Sinus infection. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Unk status. Well, I mean, I am 40. Scrap Blase is a great fragrance. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's right. Oh, man, it just happened. Awesome old pictures. Great to find him, have him, and reminisce for sure, man. I mean, it's been a long time, though. He passed in 03. That was 01, the last show. He passed 2 years later. So it's been 22 years for me. A long time. More than half of my life. I've gone more than half my life without him. So that was my boy. We did everything together. Whole house lit up. Yeah, for sure. RDZ, PF, and R all summer. All right, so we're skipping down. So I apologize. I'm skipping down, guys. Basically, my friend Ariel, the owner of Powerhouse Gym in Homa, my home gym, as I call it, Country and Ariel, the owners, she had it after their last competition last year. And it tightened everything up because she had loose skin because she was very overweight before she became a bodybuilder. And she had the surgery like 3 weeks after their last competition. So I'm not doing it right after competition. It's going to be in the spring after we buy the house. It'll be spring, summer. And I already talked about it with my coach. We're going to stay really lean through the off season and then do like an 8-week cut to really get the skin nice and loose, really have the body fat low before I go do the surgery so we can get everything tight. So I'm looking at about 2-month recovery time before I can really start training again at like 50% capacity for a week and then ramp it up 75 and yeah. BPC 157, here I come. Let's speed that process up. So yeah, I'll be doing that next year sometime, like midway through the year. I'll do that. That's part of why I'm going to take such a long off season before I compete again, is to have that surgery, because it just drives me nuts, because I'm doing this for at least a few more years, and that's going to be an eyesore and potentially cost me on stage. So I need to get rid of it. Let's go back to the beginning, catch sharing the memories. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Dan Malik, Papi Lafico, Mr. Clark, good to see you, Sean. So, all right, we made it to the bottom. We're actually caught up. I'm going to stay right there. And yeah, 16 minutes. We actually, even with showing the photos, we made it to the bottom pretty quick. Let's check out this new fragrance from Sphinx, Night on the Nile, purple color. I don't know what to expect. Couldn't even begin to tell you what the scent profile is supposed to be, story behind it, any of that good stuff. Good presentations, great cap. Let's go ahead and get our ASMR on, shall we? Which is the dumbest shit ever, but like I get the satisfaction of it, but for content to be ASMR, it's like, what? I've come across that kind of. I ended up on a TikTok algorithm like 2 years ago on that shit, and I couldn't get out of it quickly enough. I don't even know how I ended up on it, but there we go. Got to peel it off, right? It's like the weirdest shit in the world to me. The whispering and the sound, but some people love it. Hey, I'm not judging. I just think it's a little odd, but maybe people think I'm odd. So, it is what it is, right? Night on the Nile. Come on, focus for me one time. There we go. Night on the Nile, purple and gold. Sphinx logo on the cap. Atomizers lined up. We're nice and cleaned up from this morning. Beautiful pressurized atomizer. Very fruity. Very, very fruity. Dark and fruity. A little smoky. Is that rose? It smells a little jammy rose. Is it like raspberry? Raspberry apple? It's dark. It's rich and juicy. Mouthwatering. Juicy, sweet. Very, very fruity. But it's very ambery and resinous. A little smoky. And I do think there's some rose in here. I feel like it's a fruitier Sphinx elixir, like some elements of the darker, resinous, incensey type of feel of the opening of Sphinx elixir, I feel is borrowed and it's put in here. I relate it. This is much fruitier than that. And I don't think this is over the top masculine. It's definitely not feminine. But I think any ladies that have, like Saga, for example, you may like this. I don't know. One you might want to check out a sample on. Something a little like patchouli-like a little creamy meets a touch leafy, not quite earthy. You know what I mean? With that specific like leafy type of patchouli oil, where it's not a real dirty, earthy smell, but it's also not chocolatey. Kind of that creamy, slightly leafy green type of patchouli smell. I feel like that's what I'm getting here. I could be way off. This is just my interpretation of what I'm getting. It's quite nice. Elegant. Not a casual fragrance. Not something for me to wear dressed like this. I'll tell you that. Let's pull up site. Got the tab open. Let's I know it was listed for men when I grabbed the bottle for the thumbnail. Here we go. Night on the Nile. Embark on a journey beneath the starlit Egyptian sky with Night on the Nile. A fragrance that captures the mystery and timeless allure of the ancient river. A harmonious blend of citrus and bergamot sets the stage, fresh, vibrant, and full of anticipation. It's like a thick, juicy citrus then, because it smells sweet and fruity. This captivating scent opens with a burst of exotic passion fruit. That's why. And a whisper of warm saffron, awakening the senses with radiant energy. At its heart, smoky agarwood, earthy patchouli. So there's patchouli. And a rich, enigmatic core. I was about to say rose. Enigmatic core. Echo the Nile's hidden depths. The base lingers essential embrace of supple leather, creamy vanilla, leaving a warm, unforgettable trail. Let me see the full note breakdown. Here we go. Grapefruit, bergamot, passion fruit. Very, very fruity opening. Oud, which isn't real funky. If anything, that's what's giving me the smokiness is this oud accord. Patchouli, leather. The leather could be doing that as well. It's not really animalic for having oud and leather. Turkish rose. Okay, there is rose. I'm not crazy. There is some rose, but it smells more like Bulgarian because it's so rich. I was thinking jammy because it's very juicy fruit at the top. It thickens up the rose. Like this is actually a very thick fragrance. Like it's saying fresh at the top. There's some freshness, but this fragrance is too thick for me to call it fresh. Turkish rose, amber, vanilla, leather. That's a smoky accord, like a smoky wood, more so than anything really all that funky or animalic. Leather, soft and supple. If anything, I don't even smell leather, to be honest with you. I do smell patchouli and fruits. I do smell rose, and I smell smoke and amber. So a lot of what's shown here, I do detect, I do pick up. I did guess appropriately with what I thought I was smelling is actually here for the most part. I was thinking maybe raspberry and apple because it was so fruity, but apparently it's just a higher oil concentration and a good dose of these citruses and that passion fruit. That passion fruit's really making it juicy. My mouth keeps watering every time. Like moments after I sniff it, my mouth waters. It's really good, as usual. They just aren't capable. Now, look, I will say, and some people love these, but like First Date and Signature, they're okay to me, but there's nothing special about them. The green woody fragrance, obviously Black Anubis, Sphinx Elixir, Oceanic Symphonies is solid aquatic, but Mangolicious Hippie Storm, Cairo Nights, Horchata de Vanille, the chocolate fragrance. I could just go on and on. The Emerald Mirage. There's been so many stellar releases. Very, very few just okay fragrances from them. No misses. I wouldn't call anything a miss. There's just some that, for my taste, are just okay. They're not bad fragrances, but I just don't give a shit to wear them. And that's stuff like First Date and Signature. But pretty much everything else has been above average or really, really good. This I would put, I don't know if it's quite top 5, maybe top 7 from the house. Because Mangolicious Hippie Storm is still my favorite. Cairo Nights slid into that number 2 over Sphinx Elixir and Black Anubis. There's my top 4. And then probably Horchata de Vanille would be my strong number 5 because it's such a great representation of the drink. Like they really captured it there. It's milky cinnamon sticks, the whole 9. And this would fall somewhere in the 6 or 7 hole. It is that good. It's definitely in the top 10, and not 9 or 10. It's just off the top of my head with this initial impression. It's a really good fragrance. It's not in my personal top 5. Maybe through wearing it, it can bump a little bit, but it'd probably stay around where I'm ranking it currently. Man, that is some good stuff. Damn, that is some good stuff. So 10 ml is $30, and TLTG 15 will save you 15%. No, I do not earn a commission. I wish I did. I don't. And I'm not going to, ask or beg or anything like that. I did the launch for the brand. They didn't have an affiliate program then. I don't know if they do now, but he created the code for me long ago to pass along to you guys. Just want to let y'all know. If I was making a buck, I'd have no problem telling you I earn a commission. I don't earn a commission on this. There's a few that I have codes I don't earn commissions, and that's fine. So I have to make sure to let you guys know that because I don't want there to be any misconceptions like, oh, you're just saying it's good because you want us to buy through that link. That's never the case. For those of you that watch my videos all the way to the end, you hear me say, you don't have to buy shit. Literally, I say, you don't have to buy shit to watch my videos. I just appreciate you spending some of your day with me. We're all big boys and girls and can spend our money accordingly however we feel. It's just me sharing my passion, my thoughts, and my opinions. Do with it what you will, Maybe not one soul buys this fragrance after hearing me talk about it. Maybe all of you do. Either way, I don't earn $1. And if you do spend your money, I hope you enjoy it. I hope I was helpful in some form or fashion. And with that said, this is a strong 8.75. This is bordering the outstanding, again, because he only puts out really good work for the most part. Again, I mentioned the few that I was like, I never think to wear them because they just don't interest me. Again, not bad fragrances. First Date and Signature are the two that come to mind. But yeah, this is definitely in their top 10. Doesn't quite crack my top 5. Wife's going to like this one. Pretty confident in that. I think it's a little more masculine than she would want to wear. Very resinous, though. Like, it smells resinous, even though they don't list any resin outside of, like, technically amber. It smells very resinous, a bit balsamic, aromatic. Just a little touch of powder. It's a good one. Anybody looking to do samples, though, you can build one. And I'm sure they've added it. Yep, Night on the Nile. So you can pick, I think, as many as you want, and it just adjusts. So it says 9. Okay, so you can pick 9. We do this every time. If it was me, Cereza Daiquiri is really good too. I'd probably do that. Of course, we're doing that and that. Cairo Nights, Horchata de Vanille. For those of you that like a good women's fragrance or Saga, I know you and Sean have sampled some of these, but if I could recommend one of the women's, Heavenly Lilies is Heidi's favorite. Damascena, I believe is how you pronounce that, was my favorite when these two first came out, but over time of her wearing it, I'm with her. I prefer Heavenly Lilies on her more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. That's the discovery set I would build. That's the discovery set I recommend of my favorites. Strawberry Kiss smells like strawberry milkshake. Dipping a strawberry muffin into a strawberry milkshake. Yeah, that's a dessert fragrance for any of you curious. That's what strawberry. You got to really, really like strawberry, like creamy, fluffy baked goods and milkshakes with strawberry. It's really good, but you got to want to smell like that all the time. To lightly, randomly sniff on, sure. For me to wear, no. Heidi doesn't wear it all that often either. And Vanilla Azure is a strong honorable mention here. If I was to sub one out for it, it would probably be Heavenly Lilies in this situation if we're taking the women's fragrance off. As far as of my picks that I think are unisex, Cairo Nights, Horchata de Vanille, Mangolicious, Hippie Storm actually does lean a little feminine, honestly. Night on the Nile, I think, still leans a bit masculine, but Cereza Daiquiri, Emma Mirage, Vanilla Azure, Horchata de Vanille, and Cairo Nights, Mangolicious, Hippie Storm, the majority of them I think are very unisex. And like I said, even with Mangolicious, Hippie Storm, my favorite, it's actually a pretty feminine leaning fragrance. It's a pink and yellow floral. It's hibiscus dominant, but so tropical. If you like mango, this is my favorite mango fragrance, by the way. Those of you that know mango is my favorite fruity note and fragrance, this is my favorite mango fragrance. Mangolicious, Hippie Storm. That's why it's my number one from the house. So very wordy, a lot of talking in a short amount of time, right? I'm just really excited. Can you see the mood those photos put me in, right? All right, let's get caught up on this chat. Anybody tried this yet? Good to see you, Kevin. Weird ass people. I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, the ASMR stuff. No, I am not. 100% not. And I tell you what, say what you want, say what you will. That's fine if you're not a fan of Shador Sanders. But Facebook friends of mine that I consider now old out of touch whites making posts and memes about Shador, and then all their out of touch old white friends commenting, don't need all that drama. Oh, he's too arrogant. All this. It's like, I have to really bite my tongue because I want to say you're just a bunch of old out of touch whites. Like, this is all like 50-year-olds and older South Louisiana Saints fans that I know. And it's like, I'm just going to waste my time. My comment section has taught me I'm just going to waste my breath. I treat people I actually know that way now, where it's like, why would you not want the Saints to be constantly in the headlines? Also, have you seen Tyler Show, however you say his name's highlights? What a bad decision maker. We could have drafted any quarterback besides him and been better off. That's like a fuck you to the fans right there. That's what that pick is. Not even screw Shador in this situation. Just don't take him. He was like the worst quarterback I've seen highlights for that got drafted this weekend. Awful. I don't even want to talk about the draft any further than that. But This, congratulations. We're going to still win 7 or 8 games. Thanks, Nikki Loomis, you fucking prick. Yeah, I figured it was. You're in for a treat with that one. Eric, good to see you, sir. Ormond Jane Levant. Have I tried that one? Is that one of these two chocolate atomizers? No. I don't think I've tried Levant. I have the new one, the vetiver fragrance coming. They reached out to send me PR. They're like, are you interested? And I looked at it and saw the notes. I said, hell yeah, I'm interested in that. I forgot how to say vetiver something. It's a twist on the word vetiver. Green gradient bottle. The notes looked really good. I have seen the notes. I'm pretty damn excited about that. I think it launches on the 8th or something like that. So I'm going to get to spend some time with it before because I can't do a video before they launch it. Or it was requested. I'd be a dick to do it beforehand. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. That should be in Wednesday. I think it gets here. Pretty excited about that. Those House of Destin fragrances from Max Aroma came in. I'm going to do an unboxing of one of them tomorrow. I'm eager to bust those open. I don't know. They're wrapped. I can't tell what's what. I'm just going to grab one and just randomly, this is the one. You'll know by the thumbnail tomorrow, but going into it, I'm not going to have a clue which one I'm opening. I'm pretty excited about going about it that way because it's like wrapped and bow tied and everything, and you can't see what it is. So pretty excited. Sukarat. Can't stay. I'm at work. No worries. We appreciate you stopping in. I didn't look at the notes. I did see the post, though. iFragrance always puts a post in my Facebook group that I always have to approve. So if I don't see it in their Instagram stories, I usually have to approve a post for them to share their website listing in my Facebook group. So DJ Sense, good to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. You're my go-to for new fragrances. Thanks for your content. I appreciate that. The food's the most important. The supplements are extra. The food's the most important because you don't realize how unclean you're actually eating until you live a very boring nutritional lifestyle and eat the same shit day in and day out. My diet consists of super lean ground turkey, 96.4 lean ground beef, the leanest you can buy, whole eggs, olive oil, no coconut oil right now. I had coconut oil before, jasmine rice, pink salt. My shit's boring. I eat the same thing every single day. Every day. I can still eat Chipotle because what I eat at Chipotle is like I tell them 1 scoop of brown rice, which is about 2/3 of a cup of rice. The scoop of pinto beans is about 4 ounces. I do double chicken, half a scoop of the green chili salsa, and I do the fajita vegetables, the onions and peppers that are cooked in olive oil with oregano. We have the recipe. Heidi makes it for me at home too. The pepper's the same way. It's just salt, pepper, oregano, and olive oil. For those of you wondering how to make the fajita vegetables at Chipotle, that's literally the recipe, and it's identical. It tastes exact. It's them. Yeah. So creatine's a must, a good multi. It all depends on your goals, what you're trying to do, your experience level. It's such a loaded question, but I appreciate the compliment. I'm glad you enjoy the fragrance content. But I'll tell you what I told a gentleman, because I got a ton of how to do this, what to do that. And it's like, I wasn't really interested in online coaching, but if y'all want me to start online coaching, because I don't have the time, everybody can pay for advice like I do. I pay $250 a month to my coach, just saying. And I don't mean you specifically, just this brings up a point that I wanted to address publicly, because when I post a little updates and show the abs and stuff, everybody's like, what about this? 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 Hey, would you like me to start doing online coaching? Because I don't have time to do it. But if I'm going to sit here and individualize a program, and again, I'm not talking about you, individualize a program for you, because my response to him was, everybody's different, because he was wanting me to make a video about how I train and what I eat in a day. And it's like, what I'm doing isn't necessarily going to do anything for you. Fitness content's cookie cutter, because everybody's goal, genetics, what they respond to is different. That's why coaches exist, and good coaches excel, because you need to have something catered to you. If you're serious about, having results, even being natural, take steroids and gear and all that stuff out of it. Just being completely natural. You need to have something catered to you as far as the training regimen and the nutrition, and somebody who knows what they're doing, guiding you and adjusting accordingly. That's the real answer. And because that would mean paying somebody every month, immediately nobody likes that answer. But if you really want results, because you could watch every fitness influencer on the planet, every pro bodybuilder that's got a channel, every Greg Doucette video, every Dr. Mike video you want, science-based, all that shit. They're not catering it to you. They're just making a bunch of money by making cookie cutter content. That could work for most, but it's not exactly going to work for you. You don't know. You could try and be like, man, I don't get no results doing this because it's not catered to you. Again, I'm speaking to everyone. I'm not targeting you. You just brought up something fitness related, and I really wanted to address that because I've been getting asked since I started doing the updates every couple of days on my community post. I've been getting requests and I appreciate it, want my input, but it's like, it's the real answer. Nobody ever likes the real answer. I don't give the influencer answer. I give the real answer all the time. And the real answer is never what anybody wants to hear. Because the real answer might cost money or cost some serious dedication. You know, it's never as simple as, sure, I'll make that video. Because I can make a video, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do anything for you. Because it's what works for me in the moment. Because my shit changes from week to week. There's adjustments. I do picture check-ins fasted in the morning with a weigh-in 3 days a week and an in-person check-in once a week. 4 days a week, I check in with my coach. But I'm also competitively bodybuilding. I understand it's the extreme side of things. But even if you do have a coach, you're going to check in once a week for sure. And they're going to make adjustments based on what you're eating, what your goals are, how you're progressing, what you're trying to get to, your lifts. It's all these things. All these things are into it. So again, it's a very loaded question when I get requests for these things. We can sit here and bullshit and shoot the shit and talk about it and all that stuff. But as far as me breaking down to help you, it's going to be a lot more than something to just sit here in one video and talk about, because it would need to be catered to the individual for it to really matter and be meaningful stuff that you can actually use. I know it was long-winded, but I've been wanting to address this, and I don't get to go live as often because I've been so busy lately. But thank you for bringing up something nutrition-related and fitness-related so I could address that. Again, it wasn't directed at you. It was a broad spectrum kind of thing I wanted to address. Very true. Which one do you need to get more? Depends on what you want more. Because Valentino Uomo Intense is more of a leather fragrance. No, Prada L'Homme Intense is leather too. That's more of a moist patchouli leather. Valentino Uomo's got more vanilla, so I would say Valentino Uomo Intense is sweeter. If you want the sweeter of the two, go Valentino. The one that's less sweet, go with Prada. I think that's the easiest way to make that one cut and dry, is one sweeter than the other. They both feature earthiness, spice, iris, leather. So that's the difference, is Valentino's got a lot of vanilla. Both great, but you got to decide, do you want one that's based around vanilla? If your hashtag vanilla is life, then you want the Valentino. There you go. Archipelago by HOG. I think I said that right. Go me. I believe I did. Oh, the Chief. Good to see you, sir. Chrome EDP. This hot spring day is beautiful. The greenery in that one, so beautiful. Mr. Bishop. Good to see you, sir. Appreciate that. Due diligence, folks. Hope everyone's doing well. Solid video today, Ross. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. I was trying to be as quick as I could, because those first impression haul videos, when there's more than like 3 fragrances, is going to be a half an hour, because I try to dive into it as long as I can, because we're not going to get to the dry downs on them. It's usually the opening and an initial impression, you know. Glad to have you here. Welcome. What's up, Mike? Rescued by Pharaoh's daughter. Oh, well, all right then. Christine, good to see you. Day Britney Spears Fantasy. Great Burlington find. I was at Burlington yesterday and was looking at the fragrances, and it was like Assad Zanzibar and, all stuff that like I told you guys the other day, anything I'd be interested in, I already have. And as far as like cheap designers and everything, they didn't really have anything jump out at me. Did we go to Ross? No, we went to Burlington and Marshalls. Went to Marshalls, and they have cool stuff in the glass case at Marshalls, but I have all of it. They got some solid designers. They do. They had Coach Green. They had Coach Open Road. Polo Blue EDT, Polo Blue Parfum. They had a bunch of random stuff. They had a bottle of Spice Bomb, a 15 ml of Spice Bomb. Like, they had some random, like, good designers. Like, good for them. They're carrying some good shit. I got all of it. And the random, like, loose $10, $15 bottles on the shelf, I have no interest in spending money on those. So it's like, shit. That's why you never really see any fragrance rack store videos from me, because, like, it needs a reset. Some new shit needs to cycle in and out for me. Oh, I have no idea. I would assume some people have told me they bought them and they love it. I would assume so. I would think so, because it's a great combination. So I don't pick them up because I know I'm gonna use them again. I don't pick them up. I just leave them right here. And they end up somewhere in line over here for the week's out every week. Which I got to shave tonight. I'm gonna use them tonight. It's gonna go literally. Actually, yeah, I got to slide that over because I need to shave tonight. They're gonna go behind XX Intense. Forgot I got to shave tonight, so head's getting scruffy. And if the head and neck are getting scruffy, everything else is too. Good to see you, sir. Fougères Marine. Tommy was my jam as a kid. You're going to love it then. You're absolutely going to love Fougères Marine. What's a good spring, summer freshie with a little spice? A little bit of spice. Something like Equus from Lalique. Yeah, I think that'd be a good one. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, the horse head's the one I have. This one. This is really good for it. Look at the ratings on it, too. It's like a $25, $30 fragrance, too. Juniper, cardamom, citrus, zest, sequoia wood, mace, violet leaf, amorous, benzoin, and vetiver. Woody, spicy, green, fresh, and resinous. Very, very fresh and spicy. Peppered spice, even though they listed as cardamom. It's got this lemon pepper kind of smell to it. Really, really good. Super, super fresh. You get a lot of a big aromatic blast from that juniper berry. This would be one I would recommend. Very, very affordable. Yep, the one with the horse head. They got two. This is the other one. The Eau de Toilette. Oh, I'm sorry. They both have the horse head. But either or. The EDT or the EDP, they smell pretty much the same. But that's what I would recommend. I hear the same. Elysium Parfum Cologne, you smell incredible. Heavenly Lilies, thank you for the suggestion. Yes. Try that one. Actually, let me pull up the notes for you so you can check it out. Go to For Her. It's very, very lovely. It was one of their first ones, Damascena and Heavenly Lilies. See, this is before they were doing the plates. That was of the initial 6 that launched. Indian tuberose, carnation, honey, gardenia, plum, rosewood, bitter almond, ambergris, saffron, jasmine, musk, woods, cedar, coffee, more almond, bergamot, lemon, and tonka bean. Kind of an all over the place busy note breakdown, but it's actually quite lovely. It's a soft, creamy, white, floral, fruity fragrance with a nice strong touch of woods in the base. It's beautiful because she loves a good fruity floral, and she loves tuberose. And there's a lot of tuberose here. Yeah, it's really, really good. Like, really good. Like, sillage is outstanding in this one. And you can build it as you see fit. Greetings from the Holy Land. Mancera Cosmic Pepper. Good stuff. For an all hot summer fragrance, would you recommend Vibrato or some other twist on the DNA? Vibrato is fantastic. If you want to spend the money, yeah, that's the way to go, for sure. If Marcus is still here, his second that. That's like his favorite fragrance, Polo and J's. Kajal Ohm 3, very similar. It's more lemon heavy. It's less on the multi-fruits, more on the lemon and grapefruit. It's got like a lemonade accord with grapefruit. Very, very lemony. I would recommend that if you want to go a little bit less expensive but still niche of that profile, because Vibrato is more fruity. It's got an amalgamation of fruits. It's not just grapefruit and lemon. But yeah, that's damn good. Yeah, it's a good bargain, especially since you can pick what you want. Like, it's not like this is the 9. It's pick the ones that interest you. Black Anubis, Oceanic Symphony. Yeah, it's a salty aquatic right there. What's up, Dame? Lamar with the BR540 oil. All right, then. Absolute Aventus. There's a flex. Oh, that's why he's saying talk heavy. All right. Yeah, no doubt. They were saying he was too arrogant. I guess in meetings, I mean, he's Deion Sanders' son. What do y'all expect? He was the highest completion percentage in the FBS. He had every reason to be confident. His combine, his pro day, everything was really good. He's gritty. He had terrible O-lines and did all of that. Like, he's not wrong. Just that whole, like, he's arrogant thing. It's like, no, he's supremely confident in his abilities. There is a fucking difference. I get called arrogant all the time. I'm not arrogant. I'm confident in how I conduct myself and what I say and do. There's a major difference. There is. The difference in someone being arrogant and someone being supremely confident is the person across from them's own insecurities. Don't let, as Deion Sanders has said, speaking of, don't let my confidence offend your insecurity. This was that situation through and freaking through. And I said it on Kicks is Live. I would never talk to Tom Brady again if I was them. Tom Brady's been grooming him in the offseason for 4 or 5 years. You mean to tell me by round 5, Tom Brady didn't draft him to the damn Raiders when they ain't got nobody throwing the ball? Ryan Clark was throwing a fit on the footage they had from Pivot, and he's like, Mason Rudolph, we all in on Aaron Rodgers. Ryan Clark threw a fit. It was hilarious because he wanted him with the Steelers. I thought that was ridiculous that he slid. Look, okay, y'all want to let him slide to the 3rd, I get that, but the 5th round to the Browns after the Browns took a quarterback, like that, he handled it right, though. He's just thankful for the opportunity. Thank God, all that. I'm telling y'all, that's a good young man. I've watched that young man grow up on television. Deion's Family Playbook. I've watched all that stuff. I love that family. Deion Sanders is my favorite professional athlete of all time. So naturally, the shows he's done over the years and getting to know the kids and everything, emotional ties to the kids. Shalimai, Deandra, the whole family, right? So that's why I'm partial to it. There's emotion tied into it. I couldn't believe they did that to that young man. Couldn't believe that. Yeah, I agree. I was just disappointed to see all the old white fans. I have to stress it because I ain't seen one not white Saints fan happy that we didn't get Shador. I mean, not happy, excuse me. Like, they're like, we don't need that. So I'm not trying to throw that card out there, but that's how it looks, you morons, whether y'all mean it that way or not. Like I said, I've been having to bite my tongue on a lot of shit. Obviously, I'm not here on my public platform, but it's just disheartening to see that shit, man, because I know that's a good young man and he's really talented. Is he elite? No. Is he gonna be a winning quarterback? Winning record? Win a Super Bowl? Who knows? Maybe not. The likelihood low, but he could bring winning seasons to a franchise in his career. That I do see. I see potential Pro Bowls. I see all these things for him. I don't see why you wouldn't want to take a shot on that. Okay, you don't want to spend a 1st-round pick? Cool. A 3rd-round pick? A 3rd-round pick. Keep pounding. Stop it. Hey, y'all got Jimmy Horn, though. Y'all got Jimmy Horn. All his receivers got drafted. The most receivers drafted came from the Colorado Buffaloes. But the quarterback's a 5th-round pick? Just proving my point. Anyways, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to leave it be. Oh, yeah, it's not going to be a good situation. You should feel bad for Kenny Pickett. He's getting cut. Kenny Pickett's getting cut because there's only 3 quarterbacks that are going to make the roster. They paid Flacco. They paying Deshaun Watson. it's going to come down to one of the two is going to be practice squad and one of the two is going to be active roster between Dylan Gabriel and Shador. But Kenny Pickett's getting cut. He ain't making the team. I'm sorry. The two rookies, it's going to be between them for a spot, and one's going to the practice team. Or they'll release him and let him sign somewhere else. I don't know. I'm watching Myths, man, which I've never tried. Loved by many before it got discontinued. Y'all like up the stream. My man Grim, I hope you had a good time with Juan the other day. It was great to see you on there, man. Juan's good people. That's my boy. For those of you who didn't know, Juan had Grim and Joe Smells Good on the other, what was that, Saturday night? Yeah, because it's Monday. That was Saturday night. Yeah, Juan's good people. I've hung out with Juan, in case you didn't know, Grim, when we did the first XXX launch party in Chicago. That was when I got to meet Juan and Brittany. I drove them home drunk. They got drunk as shit. I drove them back to the room and everything. I think that's when Juan really fell in love with me. It's how I took care of him to get him home and everything. Shout outs to my guy Juan. Oh, man. Beginning of the next month. Appreciate you, my man. Hugo Man, for taking out the trash and doing the groceries. Hey, sometimes you need that quick errand fragrance. I talk about it all the time. That's what Together Impact's going to be. Impact Together is going to be good for out the shower, running errands and stuff like that. Bottle looks amazing. Yeah, for sure. Because look, I didn't want to draw any attention outside. I mean, I know I was dropping super chats and everything, and that was just to make sure you pin it, and so I could say what I got to say. But part of me was wanting to say, hey, drop the link. I'll jump on and shoot the shit with you guys for a little bit. But I didn't want to make it about me. I wanted the spotlight to be on you guys. You know what I mean? Because I wanted to jump on and chop it up with you guys. But put it this way. If y'all do that again, now that y'all are able to do your thing, and I happen to see you guys alive, I'll do it next time. Then I'll come bullshit with you guys for a little while. Cut up, because me and Juan cut up. I've co-hosted the AAL Awards with Juan 1 year. We have, like, me and Juan cut up when we get on stream together. It doesn't happen all the time, but handful or so of time I've got on Juan, just me and him. So next time y'all happen to do something like that, I'll come BS with you guys. Blue Talisman, Hype Beast and a half, Armoff, Aqua. So, talking about Aqua Fresh, just arrived from Sloma Shop. How long did it take? If you're calling them Sloma Shop, it took a little while. Light Breeze from House of Destan. So I don't know which 3 they sent. Let me look at the email. Because they asked me to pick 3, and I told them, send me your 3 best sellers. So if Light Breeze is one of the best sellers, then they sent it. See, Max Aroma. They sent Game of Joy, You, and 5 Senses. And a Travel Atomizer of 5 Senses and a Discovery set. So the Discovery set and the Travel Atomizer, the 10 ml of 5 Senses, are going to go in this next mystery package. So anybody that wins the mystery package, just know you have some House of Destan stuff. But yeah, they sent You, 5 Senses, and Game of Joy. So Light Breeze isn't in there. Montebaco Intensivo and Burlington 1819. Oh, you're in for a treat. Have you tried them before? Because they're really good. Especially, I mean, I hate to lessen how good Intensivo is by highlighting Burlington 1819, but come on. Burlington 1819 is special, man. It really is. Grew up entitled, didn't play tough competition. Look at this old white, out of touch, right? Keith, you over 50 and from South Louisiana Saints fan too? Here we go. Even my Husker D whooped on him. Too much on social. Walked out of a game. Athlete, yes. Not a franchise quarterback. That's why they passed probably. Look at Keith Hayton. It's all good, Keith. It's all good, man. I got to pick on you because right after I say all that, you're like, well, here, let me add to it. So I'm going to pick on you a little bit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our Moth Beach Party. How's the weather in PCB? Warm, nice and sunny. It was a beautiful day today. Currently 78 at 5:55. Nice. It's been warmer. It's been the 80s midday every day, so it's starting to creep up there. I hope you enjoy the evening mystique, sir. I've still never smelled the original Allure, believe it or not. I've smelled every flanker. Just not the original. No, it wasn't based on talent at all. It was other factors on why he fell, and that's what disappointed me. It was like 5th round, I thought was pretty big slap in the face. Like the narrative was they're teaching the family a lesson. That was the media narrative. Took a week off the channel due to work. Hope you've been well. Keep up the great work on the channel and training. Appreciate it, sir. Ooh, L'Homme Cologne Blue. That is amazing. But that's the fragrance that'll never get love from anybody that can't look past performance, because that ain't a performer. That's a 3, maybe 4. I mean, maybe you're delusional if you get 5 hours. I don't know. But 3 to 4 hours, maybe 45 minutes or so of projection. Oh my God, does it smell so good? It's definitely a subtle, intimate aquatic, but it's the aquatic freshy version of L'Homme. Very much YSL L'Homme's DNA. It's amazing. I'm so glad I have a bottle. That's a super hot day outdoors. That's one of those fragrances where you can really get that heat to really get it to pump off the skin. That's what that's really good for. Great choice, Randy. Nobody ever talks about that one. I know Fragrance Fraternity, Mike's a big fan of that one too. Cobalt, you can't go wrong with Bad Boy Cobalt, my man. That's for sure. You missed my rant earlier. Not a lot of food that you would enjoy. That's what it is. Looking to spend a lot on a good floral, fresh, niche designer fragrance for men. Any recommend? Fresh floral. Let me think. Niche fresh floral. Look around a little bit. Notice those are knocked over a little bit. Niche fresh floral. Looking to spin some cheese. How do you feel about a fresh tobacco white floral? Elegant, very fresh, airy, wedding type of profile. Raja Parfums Manhattan. That's what's coming to mind. If you want to spend some money on something really elegant and beautiful, but still fresh, but tobacco and white floral, but not heavy, earthy tobacco either. It's beautiful. It's great for like springtime wedding and stuff like that. Like that's one of my main recommendations for a warm weather outdoor wedding. You might want to try that. I don't know how you feel about that recommendation, but you might want to try that one. 50 calories? 50 ain't shit. Did you mean 500? You meant 500. You didn't mean 50. You accidentally missed the zero. I knew if I said vibrato, he would say something. I tell you, he loves that shit. I would die with, I got that low intake. I would die with, what do you mean? While apart from 25, good to see you, Mo. Right? Ryan Clark was pissed. Thanks for your suggestion. I have a Lake Lion, and I love it. Okay, so you're familiar with it. Classy. I'm going to try the Equus also. Thanks, brother. There you go. Try it. You might like it. You might really like it. That's what came to mind. It's affordable, but it doesn't smell like its price. It really doesn't. You know how Lalique is if you're familiar with the brand. They don't smell like what they cost from discounters anyways. Yeah, he meant 500. That's what I thought. I was like, 50 ain't nothing. I burned more than 50 calories sitting in this chair in the hour we've been live. I know you didn't mean that. Trey Oros. Yeah, OMG is right. That's the best release of the year. I know Randy's going to second that. Anybody know with the 40? Yeah, they email it to you. It gets emailed with your invoice confirmation email for the discovery set. It does. It's supposed to. Check your spam folder or something like that. Yeah, it gets emailed to you when you purchase the discovery set. So I'm saying he groomed him. I cannot believe, because y'all got to remember, before it was the Giants narrative that they were going to take him, it was to the Raiders. That was before the Giants. It was the Giants or the Raiders. And the Raiders was because Tom Brady's been grooming him for several years. They are tight. So it's like that would make sense that Tom Brady would draft him. He didn't. I was like, I would never talk to Tom Brady again. Because I'm sure they had a phone call. Oh, my hands were tight. No, bitch, you could have had my back. Bullshit. So now you don't think I'm as good? You invested all these years in me because you thought I was good enough, but now I'm not good enough? That's bullshit, Brady. Anyways, again, there's bias here because I think the world of the family. I think the world of the boys. Shalimar and Deandra too, the girls as well. I just think that's just such a great family. That's probably my favorite famous family. I love Dion's family. I knew you meant 500. When you put 50, I was like, that's a typo. That was some bullshit. I'm glad he got ripped into on ESPN today. They went to town on him because they were like, no. Y'all need to stop using that word boy. This is a grown-ass man. He is 21 years old. He could have got his dad fired. And I hate for his dad to suffer like that, but part of me was like, make an example. But that man shouldn't lose his job because his kid's a shithead, Because those of you that saw the footage of Shedeur getting the prank call, he's like, man, this phone was specifically for that reason. He's like, only coaches have this number. So it's like, okay, somebody fucked up. And of course, this moron posted the TikTok of him making the prank call. So you want to get caught? So you wanted to get caught. And your dad is the Falcons defensive coordinator? You just thought that was going to be okay? The Falcons organization had to step in and make a public apology to Shedeur Sanders and facilitate this young moron apologizing. If you saw their release statement, they facilitated the apology, aside from their own, because that was ridiculous. That was bullshit. He did not deserve it. That was bullshit. With the embarrassment, the public embarrassment Shedeur was already dealing with from falling. He was the narrative of the draft. The talk was him the whole time. And then to pile on with that was bullshit. VIP Sense, how are you, sir? John Varvatos X finally pulled the trigger on Strapwise. I'm salivating, waiting on. I hope you enjoy it, man. That's a good fragrance. I think it's always deserved the love it's gotten. Mickey Loomis needed to go with Dennis Allen. Every Saints fan wanted him gone. We've been needing house cleaning. But the main person that needed to go didn't go, Mickey Loomis. He's our problem. Our general manager has been our problem. Dennis Allen really wasn't that bad of a coach. We just needed a complete reset. Clean house, blow it up, throw a grenade in the middle, and let's start over. And without getting rid of the GM, we're not. We're still going to be a 500 at best, sub 500 team for the foreseeable future. I saw a hilarious meme that Tyler Sco, or however you say his name, was the perfect pick to make sure we get Arch Manning next year with the first overall pick. You know what? I hope so. But guess what? If we had the first overall pick and Arch Manning goes win a Heisman, we ain't going to draft him because we don't do that. We don't do those kinds of things in the New Orleans Saints organization. That's just not what we do. Right? That was ridiculous too. That was ridiculous how far he fell. He should have never went that far down. Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, all-time great from the 2000s. Those vibrato testers from Italy for $177 before tax. That's a great price. Yeah, I agree. What are you doing? What are you taking because you look cut? You're kidding. I look cut. Thank you. So I have to say this all the time, and it's broken record kind of stuff. I won't sit here and break down everything I do. Just know that I am not natural. Boy, don't I feel like I have to say this every goddamn time I'm live. God forgive me for using your name like that. But every time I'm live, I'm not going to break down. I'm on this for this many milligrams, this many times a week. I do this. Bro, you should try this. I'm not that guy. I'm not. I admit to not being natural. I am on gear. I am enhanced. And if I can healthily do it for the rest of my fucking life, I will. I enjoy it. I competitively bodybuild. I have a very specific nutrition plan. I have a very talented bodybuilding coach that guides me. I've actually had 2 really talented coaches. I spend money for professional advice every month to be guided nutritionally, adjustments in training. Granted, some things I adjust on my own, but within reason. There's a reason I pay for the advice. But my answer to everyone is, if you're serious and you really want to make a change on yourself, natural or not, hire yourself a coach locally. Hire yourself a good coach online, because you don't need to physically see them. You can do online check-ins. That's my answer to everybody. Because it's not like that's not what I'm doing. So of course I can use that answer. Because I'm not going to break down everything I do to every single person that asks, because it's daily. It's, are you serious? Because serious means willing to pay for a coach to me. Because I got serious, I paid for a coach, I see better results because of it. Training philosophies have changed, nutritional values have changed greatly, all these different things. So if you're serious, what works for me won't necessarily work for you, because it's catered to me. I check in 4 times a week with my coach. So you need to hire a coach if you're serious. Or you can just watch a bunch of videos on YouTube that are cookie cutter for any Tom, Dick, and Harry to try that may or may not work for you. I had this rant like 30, 45 minutes ago. And I'm sure before I turn this off again, I'll have another compliment, which I appreciate the compliment, but I then have to go into a rant on why I'm not going to break down what I'm taking, what I'm eating. I'm not a fitness content channel. I provide updates on my fitness IG page, but I'm not a fitness influencer that's trying to just make all these pieces of content to put out there that's try this, try that, try this, try that, to just generate nonstop cookie cutter content. Like the science-based lifters, it works for some. The bro science lifters, it works for some. Point is, all of it is generic and not catered to the individual. That's what makes it generic. So thank you for the compliment. If you're serious, hire a coach, because I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to help you. I should clip this part and say, if you want to ask me for nutrition and fitness advice, I'm not going to help you. Hire a coach like I do. Do what I do. Hire a coach. Let them guide you. That's what I do. Steelers will always find a way to be fine. You know, I know, right? I love Flacco, though. Flacco is such a good dude. When in doubt, put Flacco in. He'll win some games. Seraphine Blue is so good. No better summer fragrance in the world, in your opinion. Hey, I won't argue with you on that. Oh, yeah, Juan's cool like that, man. Juan likes to do stuff like that. I've gotten to where I've been burned so many times. I'm not saying you would. I've been burned helping people so many times that I don't have random people and new creators on near as much as I used to. I'm still like to be supportive and check out content and share some videos here and there and give shout outs and drop links and stuff. But as far as having people on, I've been burned by clout chasers too many times that are in it just to get help, and they don't actually give a fuck about me. Again, Grim, I'm not saying that's you, because I don't believe that's how you are. But I've been charmed by some that you would have swore weren't that way, and they're like the biggest clout chasing fake bitches on the planet. Their channels are growing, more power to them. But they're fake. That's fake. Who is it, Ross? I'm not going to do the drama thing, but fake. So fake. Oh, so fake. Fake, fuck. Fake. And if that person sees this, I can't believe he's talking about. Yes, you are so fake. He's so fucking fake. Yep. Well, later this year when it releases, and I can tell you the notes, you'll have an opportunity to purchase it, sir. Because I've been working on a fragrance since last year. So you won't know any notes until it's time for it to be available. but it's coming. It's right here. Well, the final is. That's the final. Yep, when the time comes. That's tough. I think gun to my head, Burlington 1819, for as much as I love me some Elysium Parfum Pour Homme, I think that's one of the best openings ever created. But the overall experience, the way the development is of the fragrance, Burlington 1819 is special. It's a true masterpiece. It's a work of art. And I don't think they'd really have to deal with Dion all that much. I think that's a false narrative. Yeah, we've done some teases months and months ago. There's been no formal announcement video. It's you just gotta watch. You gotta watch the streams, man. That's what it comes down to. Because you never know what we'll talk about in the streams. Any recommendation for a hot, humid summer date night fragrance or two? I don't know how you feel about passion fruit and oud, but tropical wood from Montal is special, and it's nuclear too, like 2 sprays on a date. But very much that oud meets by the beach. Another one would be Oud Island from Montal is really good. You get a little bit of black leather with some sunscreen. That's pretty good. Very, very summery beach vacation. Now, if you don't want the beach vacation, you just want something that's just, does okay in the heat. But as far as a summer date night fragrance, like when you say summer date night fragrance, are you planning on eating on the patio outside in the heat at night? Because that's when it would apply for it to be fresh. Because a date night fragrance you can wear year round if you're going to be inside. Like you can wear something ambery and warm when it's 105 degrees outside. If you're going to be in the air condition, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant, right? The freshness comes into play if you're going to be in the heat. So do you and your significant other typically do the outdoor patio thing? Because if so, yeah, you're going to want something a little lighter and a little fresher. But if not, La Nuit de l'Homme Le Parfum is my personal favorite. Yeah, you got to reapply quite a bit with it. Now we're talking. That's when you refresh your refresher. Yeah, for sure. I've never heard of this one. Telia Niche Fresh Floral. Appreciate you, Rock Boy T. Soleil Niche. That's the Tom Ford fragrance that you had sent me a decan of. Huh? Torino 23. Not a lot of cheese, but it's great. Just ordered it. Jeffrey Zero, long time no see. Good to see you. LeBeau Paradise Garden and Business Over Pleasure. What a 1-2 combo. Hell yeah, man. Paula Ibiza by Loewe. Mango-licious Heavy Storm. Yeah, that definitely gives you the beachy tropical feel, though, too. Because you get all that tropical mango, but very yellow and red floral. Juicy hibiscus lang-a-lang. Oh, God. You get ready. Get ready, man. That's definitely in my top 5 releases of the year. I think day 3 sends it 24 hours after you order. There you go. So yeah, if you just order it, because it'll be accompanying the confirmation email at some point. Mike's good for that. I talked to Mike randomly today. He messaged me a little bit. He should have went to, like, the Raiders was from the start, I thought would have been a good fit for him. I really did. The front office in his corner with Brady, I really thought he was going to end up a Raider. And then with all the Steelers talk, I was like, oh, that's a good franchise, Yeah, that'd be a good landing spot. Great receivers. Good enough running game. Great defense, solid defense. It's a defensive-minded organization. Hello, sir. I was wondering if you were going to say, do I believe? Jazzy Intensive Silver can be an easier replacement. Not really, because it's aquatic. Like, I understand the way the cardamom smells with the lavender, that's why people relate it to Blue Electrique, but Blue Electrique's not aquatic. That fragrance is aquatic. And I think for the $15 it costs US, it's an amazing pickup. It really is. I haven't worn it in a while, but it's a really good fragrance, especially for under $20 US. Fantastic. I mean, it's a good alternative. I wouldn't say a great replacement completely, but it's a good alternative because it's similar to, but still not quite the same. I get decent power out of Legend Spirit and Aqua de Joe. Probably Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. I mean, that's a Mount Rushmore fragrance for me. Narco Oasis, sample of that on the way. Let's easily afford to reapply as much as you want. Yeah, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Yeah, that was definitely some clown shit. I thought it was bullshit, man. Yeah, based on what I've seen in the media, Dad's okay. But if I was Dad, I'd probably punch that little bastard in the face. He's 21. He's old enough to get punched in the mouth. I'd probably punch that little bastard in the face. Do you realize you almost fucked my career up? You almost got me fired from the Falcons to get me blackballed in this league, you little shit. I'd be furious if I was him. Yeah, you thought it was funny and put it on TikTok. I'm gonna fucking hurt you, boy. You know, I'd be furious. Repetitive. Ross is synthetic. Technically, yes. Ewers did get screwed. I thought that was ridiculous how far he fell. I don't know who the hell that is. I have no idea who that is. I'm sure this is a troll profile, what with that picture and the name Supreme Leader. I'm confident of that. I said it again. I see you moderated some stuff, Joe. Hold on. They said it again too. Jesus. 2 more times. I'm going to say it. So where's this one? I want to see the activity on this. I guess I got to click refresh. 1 moment, please. BDK Passe Soir Extrait. I haven't tried that one. Feig is great. I see that comment right there. Okay, so he's been in the chat before. Okay, so it's not some troll shit. Just wanted to make sure, because it seemed like a very trollish profile. I clicked channel activity just to see, has he commented anything here before? Yeah, I like the new cap. I've heard it's the same fragrance. I'll get a bottle of it just to have it. It's probably because it's just fresher and a little reformulated. I'm sure it's overall the same, though. Mine's $250 a month. Lacey was $300 a month. It all depends. It all depends. Jesus Christ. Do you ask for your blood type and your latest colonoscopy and freaking CT scan? Godly. Any connections you may have? Jesus Christ. Did he also ask your penis size and just like, Jesus, like that's nonsense. I hate shit like that, man. I watch you on YouTube. You should tell me everything. Everything. I want to know everything. I'm subscribed to you. You owe me. There are people like that. Somebody watching right now that's offended. I'm like that. I'm unsubscribing. Bye. Good to see you, my guy. Briona Eclat. Hell yeah, man. When it gets warmer, it'll be in the rotation, man. It's such a great wear. The way that grapefruit musk comes across, I just responded no. Ooh. If you haven't tried Mandarina Duck Vita Loca, you can get that under $30 in the mid to low 20s. I would recommend that. It's similar to Lobola Parfum, but it's orange and aromatics instead of bergamot and iris. Still green, still coconut, powdered tonka bean. It's similar to it, but a few things swapped out. Really good. Really, really, really good. Great for the summer. Appreciate you, my man. No, I don't do anything crazy. I don't. Not interested in crazy side effects and shit. Yeah, I don't do anything crazy. That I will say. I don't do anything crazy. No ridiculous amounts of gamma test and shown that I don't do that stuff. No. Reasonable amounts of things. You know. It's also a body weight thing too. Like I'm not some massive human being. I'm currently 174 and I'm 5'7". I need to get on the body scanner. I want to see where my body fat percentage is currently. I need to get on the body scanner and see. I'm curious. I was 17% when we started the cut, and that was January, beginning of January. So I've got to be getting, I'm at least 10, 9, something like that. I got to be. The way my obliques are showing and everything, I got to be. Starting to get a little bit of Christmas tree in the lower back, just a little bit. Like it's got to be. Trying to get down as low as I can. Like we're really about to dry, and we really every 2 days or so we're really gonna be changes in the physique now, because we're under 4 weeks out, 24 days out. So it's like big changes every 2 days now. Oh, for sure, no doubt. Yeah. I haven't tried any of the Zamaya fragrances, actually. I get asked about them often. I need to do a Zamaya haul. I get asked all the time. Rafe, that's not okay. This isn't Joey's channel. She hasn't done anything to me. That is not okay. Okay? I know y'all got this thing with her on Joey's channel. She's very nice to me. She hasn't done anything wrong to me and has given me no reason to treat her any other way. So, Rafe, I do not appreciate that. Please refrain from doing anything malicious towards Christine. That's unnecessary. That's not going to be tolerated, my man. That's not necessary. And you said it again. Rafe, fucking stop. Okay? That's not okay. You wouldn't like it if the shoe was on the other foot. Okay? That's unnecessary. Connections and making it. That's what it's all about, man. Just enjoy yourself. Just enjoy yourself, man. Anything that comes with it comes with it. Just enjoy the shit. That's the most important thing. We're not going to make this a thing. There's a thing on Joey's channel. They pick back and forth and all that stuff, but I asked Joey about it a couple weeks ago. We're not doing that here. Just like I told Joey. She's never done anything to me. And, that was very disappointing that there's this little thing back and forth between his chat and her. And I'm not involved in this is the first she's hearing me speak on it, because I don't speak on that stuff. It's not my fucking business. She's done nothing to me but be nice. She's done nothing but be nice to me. So she's good with me. We're not going to be beefing. You do that shit elsewhere. Go on your fucking channel and beef, Rafe. We're not beefing. Oceania. That's a good one. I haven't worn that in a while. There was a summer I spent with that one a couple of years ago. Elysium for sure, yeah. Molinard Fig. I've only tried that once. Not Fig. The best fig. Okay, well, that's more of an aquatic fig, Molinard Fig. It's very watery, fruity. Kind of, yeah, similar, more funky. It's more of a funkiness than Oud Maracuja, but in the realm. Yeah, but they have an Oceania Parfum now, though. You have a good one, Roy. So next week I'm doing my top 20 that I do every year. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for that next week. Maybe you'll watch that one video. I get it. I don't watch your videos either. I watch your live streams. I totally get it. But I'm doing that. I'm doing that next week. So just skip to the top 5 if you don't want to watch the whole video. But I'm doing my top 20 next. I've had to really give this some thought. This was like, I'm gonna put it off a week because it's difficult. It's really difficult. Never tried that one. Aether by French Avenue for high heat. No, I don't think it's cloning at all. Totally work fine in the heat. Absolutely. Eros EDP and Invictus EDT for daily wear. It's cool this summer. Thanks for your videos. I'm glad it worked out for you, my man. Some good, useful fragrances. Great choice. No, because there's like a beef thing going on, and that was actually Rafe's a member, you know. So that's a real profile. He's got his badge, you know. That's really Rafe. That's why I'm having to fuss him. Like, I know about all the shit, but we're not doing that here. She's never given me a reason to treat her any differently, and it's my channel, and I'm not going to do so. And I'm not going to tolerate anybody doing some petty shit. Again, go rip her to shreds in Joey's live chat if you want. Nothing to do with me. Joey's cool with that, and y'all have fun with it, and that's fine. I love Joey, and he's a grown man. He can run his channel however the fuck he wants. Just like I'm a grown man and run my channel however the fuck I want. She hasn't done anything to me. It's not a white knight thing. I don't know her real personally. She's just been nice to me and never given me a reason to treat her any other way. And I'm not going to. I'm going to be fair. But no, he's got his badge. That's really him. He's got his member badge. That's why I'm disappointed. It's one of my channel. He's my longtime channel member. I hate to fuss you, Rafe, but it's like, man, come on, dude. Come on. You thought I was going to see that and be like, yeah, get her. No, absolutely not. We only had 53 likes. I mean, we've only had the core for this. I mean, we're talking about one individual niche fragrance was the topic. So we got 97 likes. I'm just probably really far behind in the comments. I never expected a big crowd, and I figured around 100 for this. Usually when we do split screens or have a guest is when we start getting, 200 people range. Johnny Pump, Creed Royal Water, very underrated. Old school citrus aromatic kind of stuff. I believe it's a lot of juniper in that one, if I remember correctly. I'm glad you find some value on them, man. Indiana Bones, good to see you, sir. Naxos in the office, great fragrance. Tons. A lot of shoes through eBay over the years. For many, many, many years. Well over a decade. 2 decades. I bought shoes on and off through them. Xerjoff Mephisto, and holy shit, it's fucking amazing. I agree. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Xerjoff fragrance. Over the Gentle Womo Flanker, the original Mephisto. I'm with you, my man. Yeah, oh yeah, it's totally redundant. It's very much their take on Lamal Elixir. Yeah, if you don't want the redundancy, don't buy it. Yeah, absolutely not. You'll basically have two. It's a little mintier. It's not as minty as Armoff Clubbed in a Wee Lionheart. That's very peppermint heavy. It's a bigger difference. Like, I'd say that's okay to get with Lamal Elixir, but Hawass Elixir is like in between the two. It's a little mintier than the original, not as minty as Lionheart, but it smells much more like Lamal Elixir. So yeah, avoid it if you don't want the redundancy. DJ, good to see you, sir. Probably the Altair DNA. That or Why I Sell Myself. That's a good twist on Orange Blossom. Another really good one is Kajal On, the original. It's Orange Blossom, Tonka Bean, and Oud. And you can wear that one in the heat, believe it or not. Yeah, that's like, you want a really good affordable niche one that's centered around Orange Blossom and Oud. And it's not challenging like you would think. It's actually quite nice. It used to be my favorite Kajal. When they only had like 8 or 10 fragrances, it was my favorite. When the house was, less than 10. That's a good one. Really good one. It's a needy bitch. So I want all the playbacks. Pump for 2010 Bazan and Signature Citrine with the soap and balm. Hell yeah, man. The lotion. I still stand by. That's my favorite product of his. What's going on, Professor X? Been a little while. How are you, sir? Showing love from Columbus, Ohio. Right back at you from Panama City Beach, Florida, sir. Very cute earlier. Cheap, dumb reach. Reapply as needed. CK All. Yes. Creamy citrus, fresh white florals. Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 hour fragrance. Nothing crazy. It's good stuff, though. $8. Damn, yeah, that's a steal. Kind of have a mature grown. I can see where you're coming from. So the vetiver fragrance probably isn't going to be till next year. He kind of surprised me with that. He's got something different he wants to do in the fall. So Seraphim Cuss, the vetiver, probably pushed till next year. But Seraphim Musk, that's the next release. After Bazan in 2010 gets shipped and everything. Right around beginning of summer. Seraphim Musk is a very clean white musk. Seraphim fragrance. It's of the Seraphim DNA, but it's based around clean musk. Really excited for that one. Yeah, it's great, perfect timing for the summer. It's very fresh. Yeah, and the packaging is awesome on that. That's my favorite Seraphim package too. Nope, and I won't. Ever since those Iverson jerseys that I sold on eBay internationally a long time ago got lost in customs, I swore I'd never send anything international again, and I haven't. That's why my giveaways are continental United States only. That exact reason. Yes, go to town talking about it, man. I'm going to get in the rotation this week. It's right here. Spicy mint. Very green. Zingy. The blood orange adds a lot of zest and spice to this one, man. I was very surprised by that. And it'll choke you out at first. It's so freaking strong. It's actually really, really strong for the first like 15, 20 minutes. Like suffocating. To smell it up close anyways. Just put that right there. Might as well. I skip one down. Yeah, Novice Knows, man. Good dude. Great channel. Great channel. Grim, Novice Knows. I think Rafe's doing content too. Christine as well. They're all doing content. Definitely check out their channels. Shannon and LT. That was the funniest man. When he used to just cut up on the mic, that was the greatest stuff. It really was. I have not. I've never tried them. Yeah, we got 2 more. One's clean musk and one's vetiver, earthy vetiver. The vetiver got pushed to next year. It was Seraphim Cuss or Kus, however you say it. And the musk, it's literally called Seraphim Musk. So, yep, it's coming. Yeah, it smells very, very close to L'Homme Ultime, too. Parfum gonna hurt? No, hell no. Yeah, you totally rock that in the summer. Absolutely. Profumo was more incense than that, and you can wear it in the summer. Parfum freshens it up a little bit. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a summer fragrance with incense, basically. Job opportunity. Second interview. I mean, Bleu de Chanel Parfum's easy right here. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Less is more, and it's a very professional profile. I didn't even need to look past that. Like, you put a bunch of great stuff, but all of those have strength to them, whereas Bleu de Chanel Parfum is less is more, and it's the refined even though it's the blue designer of the bunch, it's the refined fragrance for the situation. I really believe that. I know if Dedrick was here, he'd second that for sure. Hawas Ice is fantastic. See, that's a little strong though. I wore it last week. Probably Rosa Carbon. It's amazing. It's a little on the strong side though. She's always been nice to me too. That's what I'm saying. We're not gonna do the bickering. Like Rafe might be mad at me. I haven't seen a comment since. Like he might have got mad that I fussed him for it and left, and he might hate me now, and he's not gonna like say otherwise. If you're here, Rafe, I don't know. He may just like take real offense to that, not renew his membership. I don't know. That kind of shit happens. I just don't want that nonsense. You know, I don't want any of that stuff. She's never given me a reason to allow any of that. You know, if she was like that with me, she wouldn't be here. You know, she's nice to me. She's welcome. Yeah. Scottish martini. With Thomas Scott Martin. Escandalo. Speaking of beautiful citrus. Quez, good to see you, sir. I don't know the exact name of it. They got a guy in Destin that's really renowned for it. He does a lot of athletes. That's who was recommended to me. There's a surgeon in Destin that does it. He's really good at those cosmetic surgeries. So probably gonna do. It's gonna be there. Yeah, when you have a lot of weight loss, you're gonna deal with loose skin. That's for sure. 1 Million Parfum still my favorite version. Yeah, it's not gonna be till next year though. Nitro Red L'Homme EDP. Ooh, now we're talking. Myself Parfum and the original. Dylan Blue. All bangers reviews are 150% spot on. I'm glad you like them, man. That's all good ones, man. That's a pretty good little collection you got right there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like how Penta is your avatar now. I just noticed. Ooh, French Riviera. Hell yeah. Prada Amber Pour Homme, beautiful soapy fragrance, soapy and resinous. Love the myrrh in that one. Bulgari Pour Homme EDPC. That's the one I don't have. I need that one. Nathan, good to see you, sir. Classic Polo Red, the original EDT, powdery, fruity, sweet. I don't really have a favorite pair of gym shoes. I wore those gray LeBron 21s today, the Resilient. I wore those today. I'm still wearing my Dark Sport Powerhouse Gym joggers. So I was wearing the matching cut sleeve that goes with it. I was all gray head to toe today. So had the civil regime beanie on and shit. I was literally from head to toe. I was like a medium wolf gray almost kind of. I never tried it. Somebody in the chat might be able to weigh in. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's good. Freaky as hell though. I've heard it's good. Michael B. Jordan. I've heard it's good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. As long as they don't do anything that I morally don't agree with or do anything to me personally, it's fine. If there's just like a trolling beef kind of thing going on that doesn't involve me, then I'm not going to partake. We have it. Here we go. Thank God. Well, that's what I'm saying. And because Rafe, I love you. Let me just get that out the way because I don't want you to get mad and not come back. But it's not about defending her as much as nothing has taken place that involved me, and she didn't say anything to you here. It's you initiated. So it's like, come on, man. I know the history of what's going on here, and just don't speak to her here if y'all have a thing. And if there's a back and forth that happens, I'm going to intervene because it's my platform. You know, I'll protect you the same way I'm protecting her in this situation because you're good people. I have no qualms with you either. It's just you brought a beef from somewhere else immediately here. Not trying to start you again. That's why I say, let me make sure to stress it. I love you, Rafe. Don't be mad. Please. I have to intervene in this situation because notice she's not saying anything because she probably can't believe this is going on. Because honestly, I know you better than I know Christine. But again, she's been very nice to me. She's very supportive. She watches the videos. She comments in pretty much every video. You mentioned clout chasing. She could be. I don't know. Because again, I don't know her personally. But what I do know is she's always very nice and supportive to me. She's very happy when I pop in her chats to see her. She's very nice to me. So again, I have zero reason to have anything malicious towards Christine. She's good with me. You know, so Christine, if you're still watching, you're good with me. Now, based on what you're seeing here, maybe have some second thoughts on what goes on elsewhere. Just saying, because that is a very good friend of mine's platform that they happen to have beef because Joey's a very good friend of mine where they have this beef with you. But I'm not going to be in the middle. I'm going to treat my platform my way and everybody involved. It's how it affects us here. So I hope that clears everything up because I have no problems with all parties involved. I just don't want to see the bickering. Even if she said some which I don't know because I haven't seen, but if she said some nasty things to you directly, I can understand where you're coming from, but please keep it elsewhere as long as she's not doing it to you here and y'all aren't having a back and forth. Because look, I show up in live chats where there's people that actively, I know, make posts about me on Reddit. Nasty Photoshop things about me on Reddit. I know this fuckhead right here in the chat does this, and I just don't speak to him. I'm there for either some others in the chat or usually the host of the stream. So you can't let it completely affect you. Because trust me, there's some low-life scumbag pieces of fuck that I share a live chat with on other channels sometimes. I just don't speak to them. Even if they try to bait me into speaking to them, I just don't. Or I'll say something, laugh it off kind of thing and keep it moving, because nobody wins. See what I'm saying? Nobody wins in those situations. It's a fragrance community. We take this shit too serious, So with that said, we have a Scrooge McDuck sighting. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a true Fragcom celebrity on our hands. One of the wealthiest men I know. Full on from screw you guys money to fuck you guys money. Scrooge McDuck himself, Mr. Jason Vircher. Appreciate you, my man. I hope everything's well. I haven't seen you in a little bit. I had to give you a really nice introduction. It's been a little bit. Because there won't be. Because it was created back then. George has no note breakdown for it. It's a moment in time. There's 500 bottles. It won't exist ever again. It's been macerated for 15 years in a sealed container. From Givaudan, it basically smells like a designer synthetic version of the original Zaharoff Pour Homme. He ended up doing it at a very high concentration, like much higher concentration than the little sample decant that he made me and sent me, because it's a little warm and ambery and boozy kind of twist on it here. He cranked it up. Like, I'm not going to say the percentage. I'll let that be a surprise for you guys. But I couldn't believe he went this high on the percentage. But really, 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 really crazy, ridiculous. Oh, my God, I can't believe he went that high oil concentration on the final product. So, look, if you're skeptical, don't buy it, and you will miss out. And it's okay if you miss out. It's not going to be the end of the world. It won't be. It's a piece of the history. George doesn't even like this fragrance, because George doesn't like synthetics. Givaudan was trying to get, this was long before he was with Mon, when he was trying to bring back the fragrance. It's a stopgap in the history of Zaharoff. That's why it's called 2010. Claude didn't even create this fragrance. This was when he had lost contact with Claude. So there's a whole story behind it. We did a live stream bringing up the entire story. If you want to check out my last live stream I did with George. A lot of people do Young LA. I'm a big dark sport kill crew kind of guy. I wear a lot of Adidas stuff too. But Dark Sport, which Civil Regime and Dark Sport are sister brands to one another. Same owner, Michael Civil. If you like the oversized stuff, they do a lot of collaborations. Like, I got all kinds of Dragon Ball stuff. They do Street Fighter. I got an Akuma hoodie. Spider-Man. I got all kinds of Venom stuff. They got some cool collabs. They just did a Star Wars one. They're doing a May the 4th drop again. Another Star Wars collab. They got a Disney collab coming for Civil Regime. They do a lot of cool licensing stuff. They did One Punch for you anime fans for Civil Regime like a month ago. They do WWE stuff. I got a badass Rhea Ripley shirt that's Civil Regime. She's affiliated. She's an affiliate with Dark Sport, and then her husband, Buddy Matthews, he's an affiliate with Civil Regime. I use his code when I buy Civil Regime stuff. I use her code, Brutality, by the way, when I buy from Dark Sport. So that's like my main three. And Kill Crew. Love Kill Crew. Everybody's got something to kill is the motto, because fighting your inner demons. It's all about mental health and therapy and crushing goals and all that stuff. The message with Dark Sport, Civil Regime, and Kill Crew, plus the style of everything, really does it for me. And again, I like to wear a lot of Adidas stuff because I like the Tiro pants, the soccer pants. And I just love the Three Stripes in general. I got some Nike stuff I train. I got a lot of Under Armour stuff I train in too, like the main sportswear brands. But as far as like fitness related brands specifically, that's my big three: Dark Sport, Civil Regime, and Kill Crew. I got a lot of stuff from them too. My guy. Not planning on it. I've never tried the TB500. I know with the BPC 157, it's the Wolverine stack. Probably will. I might as well, because I'd like to shave a week or two off the healing process if I can. Let's see. Hit pre-sale. Appreciate it. Let us know. Let GZ know we're ready. Trust me, I'll let you guys know when the time rolls around. We'll do a pre-sale and everything. And he's been pretty good about discounting it a little bit for pre-sale and activating my code so you can get it cheaper than if he would have just did a pre-sale for a little bit more. Like he marks it down for a pre-sale price and allows the 10% off. Whereas before, like there's times where he didn't do the 10% off and he did like an extra $10 on the pre-sale price, like lower, but it's actually more than if he does what he does now plus the 10%. You actually get more of a saving. So I earn I earn the commission anyway. If you use my link, whether you get a discount or not, I do earn the commission, but at least this way you guys get the 10% off because I'm always fighting for that. You know, not really fighting for it. Like I used to bring it up. Like, are we going to do it? Do you want it? Because there was a stretch where he wouldn't do it for several releases for a long time. And then he saw the value over time in giving you guys the extra. And it's benefited Zaharoff, it's benefited you guys, it's benefited me. All parties involved have benefited in the situation. So George is a smart man. He's no dummy. Hour 46. We'll shut it down in 2 hours because I don't know if I'll be able to be live again this week. Saturday, we have our Dynasty League draft. We usually draft the week after the real draft. Then the following weekend, I got my brother's wedding. Then 10 days after that, I'm on stage. Then Dave Cowley coming on a family vacation to Destin last week of August. So we usually do our in-person redraft league draft, auction draft in Louisiana the third week of preseason. So I'm hoping it's third week of August that I'll be in Louisiana. That way I can meet up with Dave. Callie's Groom Room. That way I meet up with Dave last week of August. So that's pretty cool. We talked about that this morning. So that's a real possibility. That's set up. It just depends on when my trip to Louisiana shakes out. And then I'm on stage June 21st again here locally. Got a lot going on. A lot of travel. So where else were we going? There's somewhere else I'm going too. We have appointments on Wednesday. I got to go to Men's Warehouse Wednesday because I've been dropping weight. So I wanted to wait as long as I could to get my suit. All kinds of shit going on. That's what I'm saying. I'm all about the protecting the Fragcom family. I love Rafe. I have nothing against Christine. I just had to mediate that situation. And he started it, so he's the one that got fussed. If she would have started it, she would have been the one to get fussed. Because I understand a little bit of the history of what's going on. Joey explained it to me. So, and I was disappointed to hear that was going on. Because like I told Joey because I was on camera with Joey a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. And I was like, I'm sad to hear that. She's always so nice to me. Because Christine, they're not big fans of you over there. I've heard some things that you've said and done. That's not cool, you know. So let's keep it cool here, and you continue to be welcome here. I have no beef with you. Some cologne on my brother's dog. I hope the dog appreciates it. We make movie things. Let me chill. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. I got a lot of love for Rafe, but he might have taken it wrong in this situation. That's why I had to, since he said something and he was still here, that's why I wanted to make sure to let him know where my stance was and why. And he's still my guy. I don't want him to be mad at me, you know. So that's all. He's usually hilarious over here. Right? Rafe's been around a long time over here. He's been around a long time on this channel. I don't want to lose Rafe. You know what I mean? I don't want to lose him. It's true. The screws mixed up. Oh, damn. Blaine, he gonna get you. You better watch out now. Kara's back. Uh-oh. She sees Jason's here. She's all excited. Yeah, it's been a while since y'all did a live. I haven't talked to Jims in a minute. I mean, he'll like my posts here and there, but like I haven't had a conversation with Jims in a bit. He must be pretty damn busy lately too. Absolutely, man. The more important stuff is the more important stuff. You know, this is all extracurricular. I mean, this is what I do full time, but there was a time when it wasn't, and it was extracurricular. I just treated it as a priority because I wanted it to get to this one day. Fortunately, it has. But yeah. Whatever's happening off camera is always more important. Prolome Low, Crackheads Asylum, and Urban Man Elixir. Hell yeah. It's been extremely busy. Sips and Scents, for sure. Good to see you, sir. Lionheart Man. Right. And I think you can get away with wearing that one in the summer, too. He meant sips and sniffs. You know what he meant. Food exclusive. It's amazing. Getting a bottle for fall and winter here in a few months. I mean, most Manceras are good, honestly. Well, welcome. You caught us on the tail end, but we'll be here another 10 minutes or so. We're winding down, just cutting up. Being new to the fragrance world, this might sound naive. Is there a shelf life on fragrances? So the brands will lead you to believe so. They'll put 36-month, 24-month expirations on the bottom of the fragrances. Like, where's the design? Designers are good for that. Let me show you this. If I can get it to focus. See that little 36-month, 36M container? They're telling you in 3 years this expires. No. It's all in how you store it. It's a dark glass container. Light can't even get in. Store it in a climate-controlled environment out of UV, because those LED lights aren't UV. They're not ultraviolet. So you keep it out of your car. You keep it out from windows. You don't keep it in a room where the temperature goes hot, cold, like taking hot showers. So don't keep them in your bathroom. I've got a bottle of Tiffany for Men from 94 that smells amazing. There's a vintage hobby section of this community that they get stuff from the 60s, 70s, 80s that are still phenomenal, and they're decades and decades old. I have a couple 20, 30-year-old fragrances where the citrus at the top soured a little bit, but after like 5 minutes, it's totally fine, because usually a citrus-heavy fragrance will spoil quicker than others, but woods, florals, leathers, resins, all that stuff doesn't really like spoil like that. So no, you're good. Like when we say fragrances for life, or I want this bottle to outlive me, I do have stuff that'll outlive me. These things last a really long time. Especially the really good quality oils, they age like fine wine. They really do. Good quality synthetics will age well too. They have there's levels to synthetics. Just like there's natural's natural, but there's levels to synthetics. 8%. At 8%, he told, what a moron. Wow, 8% is super lean. Oh, that's amazing. I got more than 20. Half that closet's Tiro pants. I got every color. I got Tiro 19s, 20s, 21s, 23s, 24s, 25s, fleece, open hem, jogger. I went Tiro crazy for a while there when I first got in real good shape last year. I got Tiro pants coming out of my fucking ears, dude. Like, I don't wear them all the time because it's like I feel bad wearing Nike and Jordan sneakers with the Adidas pants, the obvious 3 stripes. So I try to only wear them when I'm wearing Adidas shoes. I try to. Once in a while, like when I got those pink Air Max DNs, I wore the black and pink Tiro 24s I have. I said, screw it. I try not to break the brand law, the unwritten brand law, as best I can. But at the same time, I wear Puma low-cut socks with everything every day. And I got tons of other socks. That's my go-to. Yeah, preferably in the dark. Later in the year, sir. Later in the year. The mystery guest needs to finish. They're waiting on their final modification to see if it's the one. Me and Justin are done. We're working on packaging. Me and Justin are done. Good. Next time I talk to him, I'm going to say, so I hear Miss Kara reached out to you because I know who you talked to. More than likely who you talked to. I heard Miss Kara reached out to you. That's probably my coach he was speaking about. Can you fix that? You can tell we have some avid supporters around here that want to use the codes. Because I'm sure I'll talk to him next week, because first week of the month's affiliate commission cash out. And your boy, if you don't hear nothing for a few days, throws a little text and turn the wrench a little bit. Hey, don't forget about me. So I'll definitely be speaking to the owner in a couple of days. Well, yeah, in a couple of days, probably Monday, because I'm not going to expect it this week. I'll probably put the bug in his ear on Wednesday though, or Tuesday, or nah, because the first will be Thursday, so I'll wait till Monday to put the bug in his ear. So that's when I thought I'll remember to mention it about that. I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah, for sure. So they're always the first weekend of the following month. So it would be Sunday. Speaking of, I need to buy Elysium Mo Intense because the voting's closed. I got Bad Boy Elixir already. Um, that's what won the vote for the All Star tier, for the Hall of Fame tier. I need to go ahead and buy Elysium Mo Intense because that's what won the vote. So I've actually, because I just did a haul, I'm not going to buy a bunch of fragrances. So whoever wins, I'm going to just buy it and have it shipped directly to them from Fragrance Buy. I'll just do that. I'll use my points for free shipping. That way I don't have to pay the $15 free shipping because it's well over $99. It's a couple $200-something for a bottle. So whoever wins that bottle will spend. Whoever wins it, I'll just buy it from Fragrance Buy and have it shipped directly to you from Fragrance Buy. Right? Better than usual for them. So let me skip down because we're about to shut it down here in a couple of minutes. Coco Loco. Virgin Island water. It's cocktails and catamarans. It's so freaking strong. You got to do your research online. I just happen to have one locally. Lacey that I was with in Louisiana came highly recommended from friends of mine that compete, the owners of the Powerhouse Gym in my hometown. That was how I ended up with Lacey last year. And because I wanted to do my first show in Louisiana. And after that, it's like I built this relationship with John over here since I moved here. And it was like, I want to switch to John, sneakerhead, a lot in common, which I see him all the time. I got to know him for a little over a year before it was like, I'm switching to you. There's nothing against Lacey. Lacey's a phenomenal coach. She's the winningest coach in Louisiana. Pro cards, 30-something overalls in 4 years, overall winners. And just, yeah, she's 4 years running coach of the year in Louisiana. Like Lacey's the shit in Louisiana. But it's one of those deals where it depends. Do you want somebody to train with you in person? Because like John does that kind of stuff. Like he already told me in the off season, we're training legs together. We're gonna build some tree trunks. Because I don't train with John. I see John all the time. I don't train with him. He's got clients that he trains. I like to do my own thing. He sets up my plan, and I just do my own thing. And we bullshit randomly throughout the day. Because he goes to 2 different gyms. I'm not a member at the other gym. I'm a member at 2 gyms here. But one of the 2 gyms he works out of, I'm not a member at. So I only see him Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. At the gym that I go to that he goes to as well. So we do our in-person check-in one of those days. Like tomorrow we're doing our in-person check-in because Thursday's going to be legs. We try not to do check-ins on legs. He wants me to get an upper body pump before we do the check-ins. So, unless he specifically wants to look at hamstring tie-ins and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Really? Tier 25 pants? We got a new set for my brother's wedding. The wedding party's halfway through the reception. He wants us to change into them. We got the Tier 25 literal total set. It's the light gray, the jacket and the pants. And we're wearing all white superstars. It's most people. It's most people, for sure. Hell yeah, it is. That's a great price. I think so. Absolutely. That's what it's there for. Let them know. Hell yeah. Not going to happen. Kara won the extra bottle in the member giveaway. I had an extra bottle that I gave away to the members a couple months ago, and Kara, that had just been that comment, she had won the bottle. I have a 50 ml backup to go with my 100 ml, and you can't have it. If you would like a bottle, let me give you some advice. type in ebay.com, search Invictus Aqua 2018, and buy a fucking bottle. Because if, which won't happen, I was to come off one of mine, it would cost you what they would cost on eBay. I wouldn't just cough it up and be like, oh, retail. No, because I'd have to replace it then. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can get it from eBay, like every other swinging dick that wants a bottle of that discontinued fragrance. You ain't getting mine. You smoking something thinking you get one of mine. That's one of my favorite fragrances all time. You own that shit, James Brooks. You own that shit. That's going to be your best bet, is you're going to want to just do some searching, because not every coach is going to be what you want. There's a ton of coaches out there. You got to weed through them. You want to look at what your specific goals are and then look at reviews for who's the best for that or of the best in your region, because you want to stick to regional. You don't want to just be wherever, even though it's online. But I would say locally is the best place to start, though. You're still going to do everything virtually for the most part. Like me and John, most of the, like 3 of my 4 check-ins are texts in the morning, pictures and everything. So since finishing hockey, school doesn't help either, I'm sure. 20 minutes back on stream. No, I'm not going to cancel my membership. No, I don't hate you. I understand where you come from. I just don't like her. And I get that. It's all good. I just don't want, look, like I said before, I've said all the stuff. You heard all of it, I'm sure by now. She's never given me a reason to treat her any differently. So as long as she's not coming at you, or let's say she would have came at you first, I'd have been fussing her. You know what I mean? Instead of you. So it was like you started. So it was like, no, we're not going to do that. Try to keep the personal beefs out of here. Everybody get along. I explained what I do. If you haven't seen that part, you'll see it when I talk about some of the live chats I share with some low life sometimes. So I get it. You know, I totally get it. No, sir. Not in Canada. Nope, you won't be eligible for any of the giveaways. It's continental United States only for the giveaways. There's a tier that doesn't involve giveaways, the base tier, the elite membership. But there's different levels for a designer giveaway, a niche giveaway, and then the super fan tier, which we've had a few but currently don't have any. It's just for anybody that likes to really want to throw a serious donation to help out. I did have a few for a while there. But there's multiple giveaways. There's at least 3 spins the all-star tier is eligible for, and at least 2 every month of the niche tier, but the niche tier is eligible for the designer tier as well. So they're minimum 5 spins they're eligible for. So we spin a wheel. We have certain things. We vote on the main prize for each tier, and then I include other things. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. What's up, my man? You caught me right at the end. I'm literally about to log off. I'm just trying to get to the bottom. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm cutting it down to 20. Top 20 in my collection. It's wild. Yeah, like you do the baseline level and you could hang out in the streams, but you wouldn't be able, like you'd have the badge and the access to the emojis and be part of the member stream and everything that we do every month, but you wouldn't be eligible for the giveaways if you do the higher tiers above that. Sure are, and yeah, that's the man to answer that quick. He beat me to it. Yeah, they sure are. We got the rare Air 4s coming pretty soon, rare 3s, all that stuff's about to drop. Mellow 12s are in a couple of weeks. That's what I'm eyeing next. My reimagined UNC 1s finally shipped to GOAT for verification. My Prime 96 LeBron 21 still haven't budged. Still waiting for those to move. So yeah, eventually they'll get rolling. And then shout outs to Dre the Shoe God. I bought some AJKOs from him, Marcus. He was posting on his stories. He was clearing out a couple things, and he had some crispy dead stock because he wears a half size down for me. He wears an 8. And with Jordan 1s, I can wear an 8 comfortably, no problem. And he had the Chicago still with the laces hanging off, the extra laces zip tied hanging off of them and everything. He was like below retail, 110 with 13 shipping. And it was like 10 minutes after he posted the story. So I hit Dre up and I was like, man, I'll take them. So we did that transaction quick. Shout out to Dre the Shoe God. So I'm going to do that video tomorrow. That came in today. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's got a thick polyurethane insole. There's no tech in it. It's just that insole's the comfort, but it's a legit thick polyurethane insole. I wish Nike and Jordan Brand would give us that in all of them. Man, that would be amazing. Yeah, people hating on them because it's all sale and it has the lost and found treatment with the cracked leather. I like that. That's different. Because if you want the UNC ones, go get the UNC ones. These are reimagined. They're going to be a little different. If it was exactly the same, they wouldn't call them reimagined. They're different. I like that. It's got the lost and found treatment. I like that they did that. It's not too shabby at all. Yeah, for sure. Sweet designer. Smells like a sweet designer. Got into some heat last time. Which one? I mean, why the hell not? It's $19, Randy. You piss away $19 on so many other things. Why not? You like sweet designers. I'm surprised you don't have it. It smells like every sweet designer. It's like a highlight of them. You have a good one too. We're about to shut it down. I'm just trying to get to the bottom and I'm going to shut it down. Who's he? What are you talking about? Still just $19 to give it a shot. I mean, you spend that on some decants, right? Roll the dice, Randy. Live a little. Live a little. It'll get some views for you. Do an individual video on it. It's a popular fragrance. It's $19, cheap too, man. It's solid. I like it. I like Zanzibar more still, but I like it more than regular Assad because I like the sweet designers, you know. Oh, yeah, I remember he put him for 5 minutes and I had to fuss him like, don't abuse that power. I'll take your fucking wrench. Yeah, I remember. So on that note, we'll go ahead and shut it down. Thank you, everybody, for spending a little bit of time with me. I'm not sure if we'll be live again. You know, you preach to the choir on the clutter, man. I can't wait till tomorrow for my shoe stuff to come in. 96 pairs I get to reorganize. So get rid of some boxes and stuff, trim that down behind me a bit. I appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with me. Seriously. Zanzibar is good. I like Zanzibar. Check out this morning's haul video if you haven't yet. Tomorrow, we're going to be checking out at random one of those House of Destan fragrances because the way they're wrapped, I can't tell which is which. So I'm just going to grab one, and whichever one that is, we're doing a first impressions on it. We're going to talk about the brand and check it out. Sometimes it may be good. Sometimes it may be shit. It falls in between. It falls in between. And yes, Max Aroma understands that. It's in writing because I was shocked Max Aroma reached out. I've complained in the past. I'm like the only person they don't work with. And they reached out for that. And I was like, as long as you understand A, B, C, D. And they're like, that's exactly what we want. They literally put it in writing. Original content, your own thoughts, do your thing. No approvals, no nothing. I had a brand reach out that wanted to hit me with script approval and video approval. You should have seen the reply. I said, this is for soulless shills, which I am not. No, thank you. Keep your money. Keep your fragrance. I am not interested. I'm not going to say the brand. It's probably a brand you guys haven't heard of. A little niche brand with the tuberose fragrance. Fragrance looked very interesting. I think Heidi would have loved it. But as soon as because I gave them my shtick, here's what it is. And when they hit me with the follow-up on script approval, video approval, talking points, I held my tongue with saying, fuck you. But I did say, this is the kind of shit for soulless shills. I literally put that in my response. I said, I'm not that. You keep your money. You keep your fragrance. Best of luck in your future endeavors. You will not be featured on my channel whatsoever. Thank you for reaching out. And like, we totally understand if it doesn't align with your views, but we have to do this. You know, this is our guidelines. And I didn't respond beyond that. That's great. I ain't doing none of that shit. I thought you should watch my content before you fucking reach out to me. because you would have known that wasn't going to fly. If you watch, especially one of my live streams, if you watch one of my live streams, there's no way you'd reach out to me with that shit and be like, well, he ain't going to go for this. We could offer him $100,000. He ain't going to go for this shit. And it's true. There's no price for the integrity, guys. There's no price. I love you guys too much. You guys are the longevity in the space, not the quick buck. You guys are the longevity. So thank you guys for spending some time with me. I really appreciate you. Thank you for everybody with super chats. And yeah, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. No, and that cracks me up. I always know who actually watches my content before they reach out based on what they say. Because if you mention my outspoken style, like they'll usually type it professionally, but if you use words like outspoken and stuff, it's like, okay, you probably at least have seen a little bit. Because outspoken is the nice way to describe me, for sure. Foul-mouthed shithead's probably a better way. Foul-mouthed asshole, you know. So I'm dragging on. But you guys have a good one. Check out tomorrow's video if you're interested in the House of Destan. I don't know which of the three we're checking out. It's going to be a surprise to me. You'll know by the thumbnail, because I make the thumbnail and title after the fact when I'm editing. But, yep, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not necessarily in a live stream. I don't think I have time, but I'll see you in the morning in a video. Like to stream on your way out. Y'all have a good rest of your evening.